We have a very, very big discussion. I want to just start off with the question, why did Yitzchak want to give the bracha to Esav? You ever hear this question before? Why did Yitzchak want to give the brachot to Esav? I'm going to tell you the Torah HaKadosh. Uri Yav L'Nishmat, Sarah Bat Zimbal, Askiya Ben Esther, Vezuri Ben Yolanda, and Yaakov Ben Allegra. Listen to what it says. Again, you hear the question? Today we're discussing why did Yitzchak want to give the brachot to Esav? Solid question? Solid question. Beautiful question. Beautiful question. Why does he want to give the? Don't give the Esav. And second question is like this. The second question is, if you read the Pesukim, it says, before Yitzchak was giving Esav the bracha, it says, Vayiki zaken Yitzchak v'ikrat Esav beno hagadol. He called his oldest son, and that's also a question, right? Esav beno hagadol. Just say Esav beno hagadol. We know he's older than Esav. You look at the whole parasha, by the way. Look at the whole parasha. Everything's beni hakatan, beni hagadol. Yaakov is beni hakatan. Esav is beni hagadol. Look. You'll go through. You'll see a lot of times. We know Yaakov is the younger one. We know Esav is the older one. Like, why do you keep on saying it again? Look at the parasha Toldot. You'll see it again and again. But anyway, besides the point, it says Yitzchak tells Esav, right? Aseli mat'amim. Make me some good goodies. Kasher ahavti, like I like. This is what the pasuk says. Make me something nice, like I like. Ve'veli, and give it to me. Va'achla, and let me eat it. Ba'avur tavrecha nafshim. Beten amamut. I'm going to give you beracha. What's going on over here? This needs a big question. What's going on over here? The Torah is not writing anything extra. And why is it so important for Yitzchak to have a good meal? Right? Usually, it's completely... We completely don't say this, Usually we say, to the kid. Then right now we're speaking this out, and we're saying in the pasuk, what is it saying? It's saying, by the way, get me the food that I like. Get me this because I like it. Get me this. What's going on? There's a very big depth to this pasuk. Again, what does it say? It says, Asali matamim. Yitzchak is saying, make me matamim. Imagine I come to you, make me a barbecue. Rabbi Yosef Palacci, no, I want the best barbecue, I'm going to give you beracha after. Rabbi, what's going on? What's this over here? Like I like, ve'veli echla, I'll eat it. What's going on? So I'm going to give you the answer. You ready? So 2 questions. Why did Yitzchak want to give the bracha to Esav? And why is the psukim emphasizing how Yitzchak is telling Esav, I like this food and I like that food, and make sure you get me this food and that food. Like we're talking about Yitzchak, He's not asking for a Gemara, he's asking there's a important detail over here. This is Rosh Shmuel question. And now, to answer this, we have to go back a little bit in time. To Avraham Avinu. Avraham Avinu, we know that he did Achnasat Orchim, and it says that he got 3 cows. Why 3 cows? 3 guests. But each guest is going to get a cow? He had 3 guests. Each one's going to get a cow? No. But he wanted to get the best piece of the meat. What's the best piece of the meat? That's the tongue. So therefore, there's only 1 tongue and 1 cow. And there's 3 people. He checked. You know how hard it is to go and get a cow. We're not talking about nowadays. Back in the day, imagine if I had to go get a cow and he cut it and he sold it and he checked it and he did everything like that. And then he got the tongue and he gave it to the tongue and he had to make a barbecue on each one. Like, what's going on? So the question that we're going to discuss is, how did Avraham Avinu know what's the best part of the meat? Isn't he the Beit Midrash all day learning? Chesed all day. How does Avraham, and it says, by the way, he dipped it in chardal. He knew which sauce to dip it in. He knew the mustard. He knew the best piece of meat. Imagine you go to the rabbi, and the rabbi comes over and he tells you, by the way, I know this is the best type of meat that is out there. This, that. Oh, you want a scotch? I know the best scotch. Oh, the whiskey. I know the tequila. Oh, this is the number 1 bottle. Rabbi, we're supposed to tell you. You're not supposed to tell us. Now you're telling us everything. By the way, you want to get the best dessert? I'll tell you, this place has the best desserts. How do you know, Rabbi? You're supposed to be learning. All of a sudden now you know all the gashmias, all the physical, what's going on? What is going on? How does Avraham Avinu know what's the best piece of meat? I remember one time someone was telling me, yeah, Rabbi, they came with a new thing, Wagyu meat, they massage the cow, and they age it, and they this, and they that, they whole wild thing. Age, and how do you know, the whole thing. Marinated in this, and marinated in that, and went to this, went to that. So we have a question over here. How does Abraham Avinu know what type of meat is the best meat? Yeah! That's the question. How does he know it's the best meat? You know what the answer is? You know because you know. That's the answer. Because you know, when you have a mitzvah, you have to figure out how to do the mitzvah in the best possible way. Now, what does that mean? You have to do the mitzvah in the best possible way. What does that mean? It means if you are inviting guests to your house, you have to figure it out. What is the best meats that I can serve my guests? What is the best wine out there? You know what Achnasat Ochim is? Yoter mikabla pnei Shekhinah. It's greater than the receiving of the Shekhinah from Abraham. The Shekhinah was with him, and he went to go visit, go take care of the guests. You know the question is on that? How did Abraham know? How did Abraham know? Okay, we know because Abraham did it, because Abraham, the guests were there, Hashem was there, and he went to take care of the guests. But how did Abraham know that that's what he's supposed to do? You know, the answer is very simple. The answer is Abraham had an automatic, you know how sometimes you have a craving for something? You have a craving, I need some sugar, I need candy, I need a piece of meat, I need a coffee, I need this. You know, sometimes you have a craving, you know? I need ice cream, I need this. You have a craving. You know, I need a nice shawarma sandwich, the hummus, tchinach, you know, the whole night. You have a craving. Avraham Avinu, his body knew automatically when there was a mitzvah, it was magnetic. So he was sitting with Hashem, and then his body's like moving. It has a craving to do the Achnasat Ochim. So what's going on? Must be that the mitzvah takes precedence right now, and that's what he went. He went to go do that. But the question again is, how did he know the best sauce to put the meat is the chardal? This mustard seed sauce, special sauce. How do you know that? The answer is very simple. He found out. Not that he was involved with food. He found out, right now I have a mitzvah. My mitzvah is to feed my guests the best of the best. Let me find out what's the best wine out there. You go to the wine store. You don't just buy any wine. Now I have guests. Let me tell you, I have a very hashuv guy coming to my house. He's this, he's that. Tell me, what wine do you have? Give me a selection of 3. Now your guest comes. Well, what is this? Wow, you gave all this? Wow. You choose which one you like. I have sweet, I have semi-dry, I have dry, I have Cabernet, I have Merlot, I have Pinot Noir, I have, wow. This is I feel honored. I feel great. How do you know all these wines? You're a wine drinker? I'm not a wine drinker. But how do you know all the wines? I didn't know. But since I have guests, I have a mitzvah, I have to figure it out. What is the greatest that I could provide? It's the same thing, Shabbat. Comes Shabbat food, comes Yom Tov, Shabbat. It's your obligation to find out what's the best of the best. Where can I buy the best maza from? Where can I make the best maza? Where can I buy the best flowers from for Shabbat? Where can I buy the best wine? Where can I buy the best this? Where can I buy the best dessert? Where can I get the best cake? Or your wife cook, whatever she has to bake. But I'm just saying, you get my point. You have to figure out where's the most tastiest meat that I can get the most, of course, the best kashrut. The best kashrut and the best tastiest meat. Where's the best dips? Where do they have the best dips? And then that's how you do it. You can't say, oh, I didn't know. That's not an excuse. You didn't know. Figure it out. If you really care about something so much, you will figure it out. That's Abraham. Abraham didn't know anything about food. He didn't know anything about tongue. He didn't know anything about mustard. But now, once he has serving guests, he went to go figure it out. He goes to people, which is the best? Oh, this. Abraham, I never tasted it in my life. How do you know this is the best? This is what the word on the street is. But why don't you taste it? Because I'm not eating for me. I'm eating. The reason why I'm knowing it is for you, so I could serve you. It's my hana'ah. And it's the same way when you add us, and vice versa. When you're at somebody's house, and now you're eating his food, and you're like, wow, this taste is amazing. This is amazing. You compliment them, and you tell them, but what do you mean? It's Kashmir. I'm not going to eat. No. What are you into your food? No, I'm not into my food. I'm into the mitzvah of complimenting you. When your wife makes you something so good, you're like, well, this is very good. Compliment your wife. Oh, what, you into food now? You like this? No, I'm not into food. I'm into showing my gratitude and saying thank you. That's what it's all about. That's what you're here for. I'm in for that. That's what I'm in for. That's what I'm in for. Oh, you into food? No. And that's what it is. You say thank you. You appreciate. You be appreciative for it. That's what it is. Now that we know that, let's go and try to start answering. All right, let's go and try to answer. And that is our first question. What was our first question? Why does the Torah go out of its way to say specifically, Yitzchak was telling Esav to get me the best food and this, that? Why? I'll tell you why. Because Yitzchak is about to give the beracha to Esav. When you're giving a beracha to somebody, if you really want to give a beracha to somebody, you got to give it with all your power. A real beracha is with all your koach, with all your strength, with all your power, with all your in it. How do I know that? We say every time Birkat Kohanim they go up, levarech et amo Yisrael, they are blessing Bnei Yisrael, but they add one word at the end of the beracha. Levarech et amo Yisrael be'ahava. Who cares? Bless Bnei Yisrael. Who cares how? Be'ahava, be'yirah, who cares? Levarech et amo Yisrael. I'm going, Hashem, thank you for giving me the opportunity and giving me the beracha to bless Bnei Yisrael. Who cares if it's ba'ahava or not ba'ahava? The answer is no. If you're giving a beracha, you give it out of love. You give it out of your whole guts. You give it out your whole koach. Friday night, sometimes you get a beracha from your parents, or you're the parent giving a beracha to your children. You give the beracha, even though it's going to be a kid, and the child's going to run around. It's a child. What do you want from the kid? No, I'm giving beracha. Wait. They're not going to wait. The kid is not going to wait. He's 4 or 5 years old. He can't sit down for 3 seconds. He's not going to wait for you, your beracha like this. But if as a father, as a parent, you're giving a beracha to your children, even though they're there, but they're running around. Oh, you're running around, I'm not giving you beracha. There's no respect over here. You're not giving beracha. No! You're going to give the beracha the right way. With love. With all your koyach. With all the koach. With all your strength. That's the way you give a beracha. That's a real beracha. Now, Yitzchak knows Esav's situation. And now Yitzchak, what does he do? Yitzchak says, I need to give the beracha the best possible way to Esav. How am I going to do that? I got it. If he gives me something that's so good, and I taste it, and it's so good, I'm going to love him more, and because of that, I owe him a gratitude, I owe him a thank you, and since I got the best food that he could get me, and he was matriach, and he went hard to go get it, and I tasted it, it's like, wow, so now I'm going to give the beracha even better. Not that Yitzchak wanted to eat a nice meal. Well, you learn this person. Oh, he wanted food. Oh, you see, here's a proof. You got to go have a festive meal. No. The reason why he wanted to have a good meal is so now it opens up his appetite to give his son a bigger beracha. Because Yitzchak, like we said, Avraham Avinu had to figure out how's the best achnasat orchim. How did he do that? He figured it out. He started asking people, what's the best meat? So he went to figure it out. What's the best dip? He figured it out. Okay, fine, here you go. How do you know? I don't know. I'm in the Beit Midrash. I figured it out. So Yitzchak now has to give the beracha the way to Esav. He has to give the beracha the best possible way. How is he going to go give the beracha the best possible way? Very simple. How? He tells his son, get me the best meal. All right, not for me. But now that you got me the best meal, I feel indebted. Wow, what a meal, my son. You could have got me anything. You could have got me this, but you went ahead and you sauteed the meat and you did this and you barbecued it and you did this and you aged it and you did this and wow, my goodness, fantastic. You're going to taste that with that meat. It's flavorful. Oh my goodness, wow. Then how are you going to give the beracha? With more kavanah. With more strength. Because that's what you're supposed to give the beracha. Be'ahava. With love. You give your child, you bless your kid with love. With your full koach. Give it to him. You should be blessed and this and that and that, and with full, no. With full koach, with love. So Yitzchak knew that. Yitzchak understood that. He says, how am I going to do that? How? If my son gives me the best food, now I taste it, I feel grateful. I'm going to say thank you to him, and now I'm going to say thank you. Now the beracha is going to come out the best way. That's why it's not an extra word in the Torah. The Torah is telling you, no, let him do it. I'm going to tell him to do that, because now that I got it, I give him back beracha, crazy beracha. Yeah? Yitzchak cared about the food? No. Yitzchak cared about the beracha. He said, how am I going to give him the best beracha? The only way I'm going to give him beracha, if he gives me best food, it'll open up the appetite, so I can give him the best beracha. You understand that? And that's what it says over here. I want to show it to you. It says, Yitzchak says, tzarich levarech et etzav. He knows etzav. And therefore what? He wanted to bless him with his full koach. And therefore Yitzchak tells him, get this, get that. So therefore he could feel that feeling and give him the best beracha. Good? Good. But now we're up to that second question that we had. What? Second one was what? Why did Yitzchak want to give the beracha to Esav? Why? So the answer that Or HaChaim Kadosh says, he says, this is Or HaChaim Kadosh. He writes, "Shechashav Yitzchak she'al yedei habrachot yativ Esav et derachav." He says, if I give my son the brachot, what's going to happen? He's going to come back b'teshuvah. He's going to come back b'teshuvah. It's a very good answer. Yitzchak says, wait, I want my son to be the best of the best. You know what? I'm going to show him beracha. Once I give him beracha, he's going to what? He's going to come back teshuvah. But there's one problem. You know what the problem is? Look at the beracha. There's no musar in the beracha. There's no like, oh, you learn Torah, this, that. No. What was the beracha? It was all physical things. You should be wealthy, you should be all these different types of brachot. Go look at the brachot. It has nothing to do with go sit and learn. So what's going on? If the whole purpose was of the bracha to give him back b'tshuvah, so now what's going on? You're giving him the bracha, but where's the shamble? Where's the rebuke? Where's the hello, come back to the derech, let's go, and slap him, let's go. Nothing. The bracha is, he should have said, if you come back, then you'll get this, if you don't, you'll get gehinam. He didn't say nothing like that. He didn't say that. He's giving him bracha, and has nothing to do with the torachot. It has nothing to do with what? With the torachot. Where's the shamble? Where's the rebuke? What's going on? Solid question, no? It's all physical. You should have this and you should have that. Okay, but tell me, go to the basement, you go to do something. Nothing. Just physical bracha. You should have everything that you need, my dear son. You should have a lot of parnasah, you should have a lot of beri'ud, you should have a long life. But I thought you tell me, according to Rachim HaKadosh, is Yitzchak wanted to give the bracha to Esav, so Esav will come back on the derech of the Torah mitzvot. How with that bracha is he coming back with the derech of Torah mitzvot? How? So in order to know this, you have to know something a little bit before. Why do some people, why don't they come back? Some. Sometimes a person feels, his life, he's so used to this living of life, he's already used to it for many years, throws in the towel, can't be tzaddik, I'll do my thing, okay fine, I'll do my mitzvot, I'll do whatever it is, be tzaddik, That's what happens sometimes. That's what happens. That we have to understand what is monea some people b'tshuvah. And it says, what is it? What happens? So he says, they understand when they get a little bit older, like, this is not life. I'm doing every avirah in the book. This doesn't make sense. Every avirah, whatever avirah you're thinking of, I did 100. This doesn't make sense. So then come back with tshuva. They even have a lashon, like the petah of Gehinah is not coming back. What happened? They don't come back. Why? Because people say, I'm already used to my lifestyle, I'll stay with my lifestyle, that's it. This is who I am, this is what I'm going to be, and that's it. They give up a little bit. Now they know. Now they realize, it's nonsense. Everything I'm doing is shtuyot. So come back. The person feels, it's late. I'm already used to have my lifestyle. However, you have to know this is the biggest mistake. Why? This is the biggest mistake. Because you don't realize how great of a potential you are. You don't realize how a snap of a finger, and I mean it seriously, a snap of a finger, a person can come back on the derech so strongly that he could get to the highest heights. The highest heights where you can't even imagine that you would ever be in a million years. That's the truth. You could get to levels of, wow. What do you mean, Rabbi? I'm so many years. Let me tell you something. It's just a switch. It's just a switch. It's just a mindset. My mindset has to be a little bit different. Just a little bit different. And what is that? What is that? I'll tell you. Listen. I'm going to tell you a story of the Havetz Chaim. There's a very famous story that the grandson of the Havetz Chaim would say over. What's the story? The story of the Havetz Chaim is that in Radin, there was a yeshiva, he had a yeshiva, and one of the guys in the yeshiva was learning, but he was not Shomer Shabbat. And the people knew. But they didn't want to tell the Havetz Chaim so fast, because the Havetz Chaim was older, and they didn't want the Havetz Chaim to feel bad. One of the students is not Shomer Shabbat, therefore they didn't tell him. Finally, they realized they have no other choice but to tell the Havetz Chaim, because maybe the Havetz Chaim could change him. So they went to the Havetz Chaim and they told him, well, the Rosh Yeshiva, we're letting you know, so-and-so is not Shomer Shabbat. We tried, couldn't, maybe you can try. Okay, let him come speak with me. He goes to the Havetz Chaim. After 45 minutes, he leaves, and they say this yeshiva guy became one of the best guys in the entire yeshiva. It says he became a Yireh Shamayim, he became Matmid, he became Shomer Shabbat. 45 minutes. He met with the Havetz Chaim. After 45 minutes of the Havetz Chaim, he went out a different person completely. They asked him, what did the Havetz Chaim say? How do you know? You know the story? It's an amazing story. He says, I'm not ready to say. Many years later, comes over, says, okay, I'll say. Havetz Chaim already passed away, and he said, okay, I'll say. So what? He said, I was there for 45 minutes of the Havetz Chaim. And he didn't tell me. This is how Shmuel Birnbaum brings the story down. He says, he didn't tell me anything. And he says it in Yiddish, the exact words. Weiß was sind mit dir Heilige Shabbos, der Heilige Shabbos. I guess what's going to be with Shabbos? Shabbos, the Heilige Shabbos, the Holy Shabbat. 45 minutes. Shabbat. Shabbat. Wow, we're Yidden, we're holy people. Shabbat is Shabbat. It's our special day. Shabbat is our special day. Shabbat, our special day. Shabbat. Havetz Chaim starts crying. How could we not be the best behaviors on Shabbat? And he starts crying again and again, talking about Shabbat. Says, till today, the Yeshiva Bacha says, till today I feel the tears on my hand of the Havetz Chaim's. It burned me till today. I feel it, and every Shabbat I feel it. The Havetz Chaim's tears on my hand. How did he come back? He came back. One thing, out of love. He saw that he cared about him so much. He saw that he loved him. He saw that he cared about me, and that's what brought him back. A lot of times people ask, how do you bring people back? How do you do it? What do you do? This, that. I'm telling you one thing. You care about the person, you love the person, he's going to come back. If you have a relative, a cousin, a brother, whatever it is, you show them love. But real love, they feel the love from you, and they're going to come back automatically. Because they're so holy. You don't have to do much. They're already holy. They're already holy. There's an neshama that's inside that's already burning. All you have to do is press the button. How are you going to press the button? It's called the love button. You press the love, you show them love, you show them care, you show them, right? Alright? Boom, what happens? The guy lights up. How did he light up? How did he light up? How? Very simple. You showed him how much you love him. You showed him how much you care about him. You show him that you can do it. You show him I don't give up on you. That's what you do. That's what you do. You have a guy, he's off. Comes in, who knows, tattoo, earring, bony, this, that. Come to my Shabbat table one time. Feed him the best foods, nothing else. Don't you have to say nothing else. Come back next week. All of a sudden, what happened? He's getting more religious. You show him the love and you show him the care. You don't tell him anything. Rabotai, let me tell you. Yitzchak wanted to tell Esav, you're still my son. I know exactly what you're doing. I know! But you're still my son. I'm going to give you the berachot. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted his son to know. He wanted his son to know that I love you so much, my dear son. I'm ready to give you all the berachot. I'm ready to give it to you. Not only am I ready to give you all the berachot, I'm going to give you with love and with my all koach and my all strength. That's what I'm ready. And that's exactly what was Yitzchak's intention. That's what he's saying over here. What was Yitzchak's intention? Yitzchak was trying to show Esav, Shehu, this is what he writes. Right? He says, Esav hirgish ba'atzmo shehu beno shel Yitzchak. Yitzchak wants to make sure that Esav knows that you're my son. A lot of times, sometimes a son's off, what are you going to do? You're my son. Let's go. What can we do? Daddy, can I come to the Shabbat table like that? You're my son. You could. One time, Rosh Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, there was a question that came to Rosh Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. And there was a son, he was getting religious. His father was religious. And he was really not religious. And he asked, he was doing something very bad, his father, whatever. And he asked, Kvod Rav, do I have to respect my father? The rabbi got very upset at the question. The rabbi, Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, got very upset at the question. He's like, you have to respect you. That's the question. Your dad is your father. Your father is your dad. If you show him more love, he's going to come back. If you show him, Daddy, come on, we could do this. You're always going to be my father, Dad. You're my dad. You raised me. That's it. You're always my dad. Let's go, Dad. Let's go. Come. Keep coming. Come to my Shabbat. You sure? But I'm coming with jeans. Understand? I love you, Dad. I love you. Wow. You know why Yitzchak Avinu wanted to give the brachot? So, like the Torah HaKadosh says, that Esav will come back. But you have a question, but he doesn't mention anything about religion right now, at this moment. At this moment, he doesn't really mention it. He's just giving a bracha. Because he wants to show his son, you're still my son. And I want you back. And I want you to come back. I want to show you that I love you just because I love you. You love me, Dad? Yes, I love you. Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. I know I wasted half my life with this, to your, this, that. But if you're still going to take me back, I'll come back. I'll come back. Yes. And this answers all the questions. This answers all the questions. We said today in the beginning of the shiur, what's with all this food? What does he need? No, he doesn't need. But Yitzchak wants to bring out the best bracha. Why does he want to give out the best bracha? Not only wants to give, he wants to give the best. Why? Because he has to do the mitzvah right. But why? Because when he gets the best bracha to Esav, automatically Bezrat Hashem will come back through that bracha. People ask, how do you do Kiruv? Chavetz Chaim's way is the best way to do Kiruv. How do you bring a person back? How do you do it? Show them that you care about him. And the person really knows if you care or you don't care. Oh, Rabbi, how do I show do I care? If you really care, you care. And by the way, now our generation we're living it's not so hard. It's not so hard to bring people back. There's so many things, there's so many learning Torah, there's so much Torah centers around, there's so much shuls, batei knesiyot, batei midrashot, Kiruv centers, there's so much. All you gotta do is, show love, do a little bit, this, that, and you'll see automatic. You'll see automatic. People want. But what? No. Learn from Yitzhak. Learn from Yitzhak. How do you do it? He showed his son love. I want to give you the bracha, but it has nothing to do with religion. You're right. I just want to show you love. This is a very important lesson that we have to have in our life. Very important lesson. Because when you show somebody that you care about him, when you show somebody you love about him, that connection will be stronger than any other musar, any other rebuke, any other telling off. That's the strongest. Chavetz Chaim just showed him love. That's what he did. Looked at the good in the person, saw the person, believed in the person, and gave him love. I'll just end off with this. One time the Chavetz Chaim saw a person there was one time a person in I forgot what it was, communist, and they said, this guy, Rabbi, you don't want to get close to this guy. Who was it? It was like a Russian guy. He was forget it. He was totally off. He did everything in it. And he went through a lot in his life, this Russian guy. So Chavetz Chaim went over to him and said, everybody knew this Russian guy is like a bad guy. This Jew, Russian Jew. And Chavetz Chaim went over to him and says, hi, how are you? Says, hi, my name is whatever, my name is this. Says, I'm jealous of you. Jealous of me? He says, yeah, are you Jewish? He says, yes. He said, I'm Jewish. I'm jealous of you. He says, why? He said, because all this, I heard that you went through so much this, that, and you still say you're Jewish? This is a Jew! You still claiming that you're Jewish? What did Chavetz Chaim do? He saw the good in the person. He saw the good. You have to see the good in the person. If you want to bring him back, you see the good, that he can do it. You have to believe in the person. And when you do that, the person will really feel that you believe in him. He'll believe in himself because you believe in him. That's the truth. That's the truth. There was one time the Nosson Schwarzvogel. There was the mashgiach. He was the mashgiach in the Lakewood Yeshiva, right? And one time they asked a certain thing. How do you get a certain group of people to get on a higher level of learning? How? He said, when you believe in the people that you're teaching, that they can make it to the higher level, then you can get them on a higher level of learning. You got to believe in them. This is what the Chavetz Chaim said. Chavetz Chaim told the guy, he says, you still claim that you're Jewish? Now we're talking. He believed in the person. When you believe in the person will come back. Yitzchak wants to show Esav, I believe in you. And that's why I'm ready to give you all the berachot. I'm ready to give you all the berachot. Me? How? I'm Esav, Rasha. What are you talking about? I believe in you that you can do it. Yeah. And by the way, we have more. Anybody have any questions on this? You let me know. Email me, rabbipalacci@gmail.com. But there's more to it. But we're going to stop it here. But this is a very important lesson. I don't want to put anything else besides this shiur tonight. Because a very important lesson over here. That what? Learn from Yitzhak. Believe in people. Give them berachot with all your heart. Right? Know how to do a mitzvah the right way. He wanted to do the mitzvah. He wanted to give the best berachah. He had to figure out how to do the berachah the best way. So he had to have the best food so he could give a berachah better to Esav. And why? What's the reason why? Because he wanted to come back with tshuva. But he didn't tell him anything about Musar. He showed him love and care. He showed him that he's still my son. He showed him that he could come back. He showed him, I still believe in you and I'm ready to give you the berachot. Why? Because I believe in you. When we know that, when we do that, you'll see a lot more people that if a person's dealing with anybody, he'll be able to bring them back.